What's up, guys? Spider here for Destiny. We got another exotic bounty on our hands. This time it's for Thorn, the exotic hand cannon. And the bounty starts off being called A Light in the Dark. Complete the summoning pit strike on the moon. That's just the first step. You don't have to complete it on the hardest difficulty either. Alright, so we just selected it. We put it in our bounty inventory there, and there it is. So we're going to go up to the moon, and we're going to play the summoning pits. So there it is on the selection screen. Get used to this strike because you're going to have to run it again for this bounty, only it's going to be a much more difficult version of the same strike, alright? So once you complete that, then we go on to phase number 2. Now, phase number 2 is kill 500 hive enemies on the moon. Your best bet, the quickest you're going to get this completed, is by going into the mission, The Dark Beyond. Go into it at a level that is several levels below your own, and just take out these thrall. Obviously, you start on the moon, you go and search for the Guardian, you get your speeder bike going, and then you get to this spot where you open up the Crota. I think this is the entrance to Crota. All right, and then you have all these guys spawn in, and if you've watched my other videos in the last couple weeks, you know the spot pretty well, right? So all you're going to do, you're going to make sure you kill a thrall, you're going to die, and then repeat, and just keep repeating that process. It probably takes you about, it'll probably take about 15 minutes. I think I was getting an average about 2,000 kills every hour at this spot. So probably about 15 minutes, maybe a bit more, to get your 500 kills. Alright, phase 3 is probably going to be the most difficult depending on how good you are in the Crucible, alright? The third step is kill Guardians in the Crucible using Void damage. And you have to get a total of, I think it was 500 points, basically, okay? What this means, and there is a twist to this, deaths slow your progress greatly. So you need 500 points. One kill with a Void damage weapon will get you 5 points. If you die, you lose 2 points, okay? So this is going to be difficult. You got to get used to it. I mean, I have a sniper that has void damage, but I also have a fusion rifle that I use to complete this part of the challenge. I would suggest the fusion rifle, but if you're good with a sniper or on the larger maps, use the sniper. If you have Atheon's Epilogue that does void damage as a primary auto rifle, then you're golden. Go ahead and do that. I think Hyper, before he got Atheon's Epilogue, he just bypassed, he got rid of the bounty, and then he actually completed it with that primary. So if you got that, great. But just keep with it. Stick with it, guys. It took me quite a while to get, but I eventually did, and then we go on to phase number 4. All right, the next stage in the bounty is going up to the speaker. So we're at the speaker, and we have, yes, the corrupted hand cannon. We basically have to buy an infusion of light. We have to infuse the hand cannon with an infusion of light, and it's going to cost you a mote of light to buy it, okay? So here we see it on the purchasable items right there, the infusion of light. So we got that. All right, so we have the corrupted hand cannon. We now have an infusion of light, and we still have to go talk to, I believe, Ikora Ray. We're just going to check the bounty before we have to go and unbind the corrupted hand cannon and uncorrupt it, so that, because we can't use it corrupted, then it'll corrupt us. So we have to uncorrupt it, and then it'll be okay to use. So we got to go talk to Ikora Ray now. I've never talked to the Warlock Vanguard so often. I mean, the shotgun, and now here? What's going on? All right, Ikora Ray, we're here. What's up? What do we got to do? So the next bounty stage. All right, we got to kill Zior the Unwed. So we're going to skip right over to that, and you'll see exactly where it shows up on the map of Moon. All right, so here we are back in the Moon. You can see we have a new strike, the Summoning Pits, and basically what we have to do is run the Summoning Pits, and we have to defeat Zior the Unwed, okay? And it's a level 26. It's a difficult strike. I would suggest getting some help from some other players. I started off solo here, but I did get Hyper in to help me, and we're going to skip basically to the end of the strike. Alright, so here we are at the end of the strike. This is when we go into the main chamber. There's Fogoth. You don't want to kill Fogoth. I mean, you can get him down in health a fair bit, but what you're going to need to do is concentrate on everything else. You need to kill his minions. Basically, this guy, Zior, he's a wizard, okay? And he doesn't spawn in until I think it's the 4th wave of enemies that come in via the dropships. So all you do is keep killing everything that spawns in. You're going to take out all of Fogoth's minions, all the knights, all the acolytes, everything, wizards. You're probably going to die. I've got Hyper in here to help me. Again, best with 3 players, all right? Because it is quite difficult. You go through that, and again, the 4th spawn in. They're going to spawn wizards, and one of them is Zior. So here we are towards the end, and I believe that 4th wave has spawned in. Hypermo's kind of sitting back. I'm waiting to respawn. It's only the 2 of us, so again, have 3 players. 3 players is just going to make your life so much easier. So you're going to see here in a sec the notification for the bounty completion on the top right of my screen. There it goes, Unbound Thorn, all right? So Hyper had Zior at sort of the spawn room over there, and he ended up killing him. So you don't have to complete the strike, I don't believe. I mean, you've got the part of the bounty completed. Basically, you had to kill that wizard to unbind him from the thorn, because the thorn was bound to him for some reason, I don't know. So you had to unbind it for you to be able to take possession of it, all right? So, yeah, that's basically it. We do end up completing the strike and taking Fogoth down, but you could really go back to orbit right now if you really wanted to. So we're just at the end of the strike here. I'm just checking my bounty inventory. It's still there, the Unbound Thorn. We have to return to the speaker once again, and I assume that's going to be it. So let's do that. All right, we're here. We're at the speaker. What's up, speaker? Give me... Yes, accept the Thorn. We must accept it. It is our exotic hand cannon. And guys, I know there are some issues with this hand cannon, all right? But Bungie has already stated they're going to buff it. They're going to buff the Thorn, the hand cannon, and the bad juju, because I think there have been some complaints, so we're going to take a quick look at it here. And remember, I'm going to be doing some reviews of all these weapons, but I'm waiting until I have them all fully upgraded. So I will be doing fully upgraded exotic and legendary raid weapons. Not sure if I'm going to do legendary as well, but legendary raid for sure. So that's it. Thorn hand cannon bounty. Hope you enjoyed.